He say, she say, we say, I say, hearing out them points of views when I see it my way. Yes it goes, yes it knows, maybe so's, probably not. Shoulds and coulds, do's and don'ts, your woulds and won'ts is how you rock. Politicians and religions, on your house or are you renting? Is you married? Is you single? Meta interest when you mingle, turn out to be someone you into. So how long before the bed get wrinkled? Children when they tripping, is it time out or do you whip them? Opinions and decisions, hunches, intuitions, may or may not get it, cause people's experience different. Check the prejudice at the door. You give the flow, tell the truth if it's sweet or sour, cause the hour we spitting that fire.
Hello, everyone. This is Spittin coming to you with another one. Please bear with me as I was suffering from an excruciating toothache. Some of my words may not come out correctly, so I kind of know that you guys will bear with me. Now, we're going to be talking about Fox Soul. We're going to be talking about Claudia Jordan and the comments her and her co-hosts had made when it came to Caitlyn Jenner. Now, me personally, I am a registered Democrat. And I realize having the Spitfire channel that I do not always agree with the Democratic Party. And it also comes from researching these stories that I put out here on my channel. And I realize that I don't always disagree with the Republican Party. I find myself in a situation to actually vote for what I think is right for once in a lifetime. I don't vote Democrat because I'm black, and I don't vote Republican for any other reason. I only vote for now what I think is correct and what is right. Now, as I sat up there and listened to Fox Soul, I found it to be so interesting that normally Fox News was a Republican syndicated media channel on cable network. And then they went on to social media. But then when they developed Fox Soul, that is their Democratic side, which is the black side, which they call it Fox Soul and Fox Black. Now, one of the problems I have with this is, why is it that when it pertains to black people, we got to put black on the end of it, like YouTube Black or all this and that? I find it to be interesting how they even want to segregate it and separate it in social media. You notice that everything that you see in your feed, if you are a black content creator, is other black content creators. Like, why can't I have mixed content creators? Why can't I have some white channels on my feed? I mean, I do like white channels as well, and the interesting of the conversations that they even speak on. But that's just not how our social media owners do, okay? It's even racism in these binaries, I tell you. But getting back to Fox Soul, listening to Claudia Jordan just made me cringe. This woman just makes me cringe a lot of the times. Her feminist, democratic rhetoric just gets on my last nerve. And a person who is close to my age, if not my age, if not older than me, she should have known better. I'm glad I just now finding out. And I would think because she's been in the media for so long and researching stories longer than I, that she would have seen these things about the inconsistencies with the party that we belong to. Yeah, and I say we because me, myself, is still a registered Democrat. Now, I'm the type of person, I'm not going to change my party because I disagree with a lot of the things that the Democrat has been doing lately. No, that makes me even more believable when I expose them being a part of the party. For so long, why change now? Because I realize that when I vote, even though I'm registered as a Democrat, I don't necessarily have to vote that way because it's my right. Now, one of the things I found interesting is when she was talking about Caitlyn Jenner on her channel, Fox Soul, she said that he is a Republican. Like, everybody that is a minority should be a Democrat. This is one of the dumbest things I have ever heard her say. Well, no, she said a lot of dumb things. However, this is one of them that just took the cake recently. Okay? So let's listen to what she has to say, and then we're going to come back more with my commentary.
Always felt this way. I'm not buying it from you. You're a Republican. You're against your own people that you claim to advocate. You pick and choose when you want to be a trans woman and you want to stand with your community. You are full of shit. And you might have some valid points on some things, but I just don't want to hear from you. I just don't. You know what Caitlyn Jenner reminds me of? Caitlyn Jenner reminds me of the people like Clarence Thomas that benefited from affirmative action, but then once got to their position said, we shouldn't have that. Or the conservative Hispanic people in Florida that vote Republican and vote against their own interests and close the borders up. We don't want them.
So Claudia, you mean to tell me that Clarence Thomas benefited from affirmative action, right? Which was put in place not only just for the black folks or whatever, but for women as well, which shouldn't even existed in the first place if this country knew how to treat other people that are different. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just because, and as far as the Mexicans in Florida, they have a right to be a Republican. So you're making it seem like every minority should be a Democrat because that's the best interest. No, Martin Luther King wasn't a Democrat. Malcolm X wasn't a Democrat. There were a lot of Republicans who did right by minorities. Abe Lincoln was the one that freed the slaves. What I'm telling you is, you think because they are Mexicans, they vote against their own interests. If they escape, they over here in this country and they working and they paying taxes and being a productive citizen, then why would they want everybody over here across the border, just open the borders up? Why would they know they got bad seeds over there. They don't want them over there. Then why the hell would they escape from over there if we just go allow them to come over here where they at? It's all about climbing the ladder and wanting something better. To me, Claudia, you are brainwashed. You are brainwashed. You are feminist, you are lefty, and you don't think with common sense as the left don't. You think that everybody is a minority and everybody is a woman should vote left, should vote Democrat. And I'm a registered Democrat, but I am wise enough to know that I don't always agree with them. They're not always right. And you're going to bash Caitlyn Jenner because they called out someone that was trans. They called themselves trans and not and everything of that nature. Just because she's transgender or he's transgender or whatever you call it, because I don't know. However, not to disrespect, but you're going to sit there and say, well, because you don't agree, you're not really transgender. Or because you're a Republican, you can't be transgender. Well, wait a minute. Being LGBT is not all Democrats. Not all the Democrats are LGBT. There are conservative LGBT community people. I want you to understand this and know this. You sound very clueless when you speak like that. You have people in a different community that are different, have different political views. And it's their right. It's their constitutional right. And just because you believe one thing and they believe another don't mean it's wrong. It just means it's different. So I don't understand. Just like Fox News, it's a conservative channel. Then they put a soul on it so you lefties can have your own section. And they call it Fox Soul and Fox Black. They label you. So before you sit up there and talk about these people and everyone else, you need to really check yourself. Thank you for tuning in to Spittin' Fire. I'm your girl, Ray. Fire out.